but they are critical milestones. The main reason is the fact that we have a strong political commitment to cybersecurity. Take this from me as advisor. I think political commitment has been one of the fundamental successes, determinant that has really brought us this far. But most importantly, I think we've also been privileged to have a champion for cybersecurity in the person of the Minister for Communications, Honorable Wesley Owusu, who has persistently led the fights, led the charge towards improving Ghana's cybersecurity readiness. I think we're grateful for the leadership of the country, but also for the technical working group for their support in getting to where we have gotten to. Let's continue and scale up our digital protection.
The technical working group has been divided into subgroups. We have the criminal justice, defense and intelligence, stakeholder engagement sub-working group, and the SET, that's the computer emergency response team sub-working groups. And all these groups have worked assiduously to see the level that we have in cybersecurity as a nation. And outside this country, Ghana is recognized as one of the leading nations when it comes to cybersecurity.
NCA is the telecommunications sector regulator in Ghana. Telecommunications is one of the critical sectors according to Ghana's national cybersecurity strategy and policy. Now, in the past, there has only been CERGH that was established in 2014, but following the efforts by government, several sectors, including telecommunications, have set up cybersecurity teams and sets, of which NCA is one.
Being a member of the National Cyber Technical Working Group has been very profitable, both to my institution, to the group, and also to the National Cybersecurity Center. In this wise, there have been certain occasions where discussions has led us to get people to help my institution. And as I speak, as a part or a member of the criminal justice sector, we were able to negotiate successfully with the FBI, or let's call it legal attaché of the US Embassy, and YOCO, the Ghana Police Service, were equipped with tools to forensically examine digital devices. And as I speak, they have given us computers, they have given us tools, they have also established a lab for us. If it has not been because of the national cybersecurity collaboration, we wouldn't have come this far.
Our contribution is very significant in the sense that when you look at the different areas that the critical national infrastructure falls in, everyone and every entity for that matter uses personal data for different purposes. For collecting data on travelers or employees or citizens one way or the other, people who are doing the right thing, people who are malicious and trying to do the wrong things. All these categories of individuals have rights under the Data Protection Act to be protected.
The mandate for the FIC and the collaboration between the National Cybersecurity Office is one of very deep collaboration, because we at the FIC see cybersecurity and cyber crime as one of the predicate offenses of money laundering and terrorist financing.
The National Communications Authority has supported the National Cybersecurity Center's efforts, which led to the accession of the Budapest Convention by Ghana.
From GCNet's perspective, we've come in as a public-private partner. We've partnered with the National Cybersecurity Secretariat. First, we sponsor the program because we believe that what the Secretariat is doing actually bodes well for the nation. Now, we have to actually understand that the times in which we are now are dangerous times with a lot of cybersecurity threats. There's a lot of ransoms, there are breaches taking place across the globe, and Ghana is no exception. And so the work of the Secretariat, we believe we need to support, because without that support, no international body will have the confidence to come and implement solutions in Ghana.
Within the last 3.5 years of our establishment as a center, we've achieved some significant milestones, including the following. The launch of the Safer Digital Ghana, which was done by the Vice President in 2018. The launch of the Point of Contact for Incident Reporting, which was launched by the Sector Minister, Honorable Eslosu Ekufo, in 2019. The development of the Computer Emergency Response ecosystem, including a setup at the NCA, but also our engagement with the Central Bank for the financial sector. The revision of Ghana's national cybersecurity policy and strategy, which has been enhanced to the level of international standard. We've also drafted a cybersecurity bill which seeks to regulate the cybersecurity ecosystem of the country and to further consolidate our gains as far as our cybersecurity development is concerned. But most importantly, we've also signed up to 2 international conventions, which we are implementing. These are certain milestones which have also attracted international attention, including the Council of Europe, which has recognized Ghana as a hub for capacity building, ECOWAS Commission, which has then requested Ghana to lead cybersecurity in the sub-region, but also the World Bank, which has further built the confidence in investing in our digital economy. I think we haven't gotten it yet. We're still on a journey, as a matter of fact, but they are critical milestones. The main reason is the fact that we have a strong political commitment to cybersecurity. Take this from me as advisor. I think political commitment has been one of the fundamental successes, determinant that has really brought us this far. But most importantly, I think we've also been privileged to have a champion for cybersecurity in the person of the Minister for Communications, Honorable Eslosu, who has persistently led the fights, led the charge towards improving Ghana's cybersecurity readiness. I think we're grateful for the leadership of the country, but also for the technical working group for their support in getting to where we have gotten to. Let's continue and scale up our digital protection.
The technical working group has been divided into subgroups. We have the criminal justice, defense and intelligence, stakeholder engagement sub-working group, and the SET, that's the computer emergency response team sub-working group. And all these groups have worked assiduously to see the level that we have in cybersecurity as a nation. And outside this country, Ghana is recognized as one of the leading nations when it comes to cybersecurity.
NCA is the telecommunications sector regulator in Ghana. Telecommunications is one of the critical sectors according to Ghana's national cybersecurity strategy and policy. Now, in the past, there has only been CERGH that was established in 2014, but following the efforts by government, several sectors, including telecommunications, have set up cybersecurity teams and sets, of which NCA is one.
Being a member of the National Cyber Technical Working Group has been very profitable both to my institution, to the group, and also to the National Cybersecurity Center. In this wise, they have
You're welcome to day 3 of NACSAM, that is the that is the National Cybersecurity Awareness Month 2020, NACSAM 2020. Ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome to this program. This program is dedicated to our children, the future of this country. And it's entitled the Cyber Hygiene Best Practices for School Children. Shall we start with an open prayer, please?
Please shall we pray? Father, we thank you in Jesus' name for this day. We thank you for bringing us together for this conversation. We pray for a successful discussion. We pray that whatever goes on here will go a long way to transform and preserve the life of children, will transform the life of families, and preserve the posterity of this generation. We thank you for being with us. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Shall we acknowledge some very important guests who are with us today? First off is Christian Mausi, representing the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection. Christian Mausi is the Principal Program Officer, and he's representing the Acting Director. We also have Tony Boafo from the Ministry of Education. We also have representing UNICEF, Madam Joyce Odame. We thank you for your presence here today. Shall we have a welcome address from the National Cybersecurity Advisor?
Our special guest children for this particular session. It is our privilege to have you here joining us for this particular session. The issue of child online protection is one of the important issues that the Ministry of Communication through the National directed the Ministry of Communications to oversee Ghana's cybersecurity development. And that was an important direction from the presidency regarding Ghana's cybersecurity activities. Secondly, the president also signed the African Union Convention on Cybersecurity and Personal Data Protection, and this happened in Addis Ababa during the Heads of Government meeting in Ethiopia. Third, the Ministry of Communications established. A very good morning, everyone, especially our special guest children for this particular session. It is our privilege to have you here joining us for this particular session. The issue of child online protection is one of the important issues that the Ministry of Communication through the National Cybersecurity Center and our partners have been dealing with within the past 3.5 years. This is because we have a certain vibrant population of the youth, children, and there are all sorts of risks that they are facing whilst using the internet. There are risks with respect to the contact they establish on the internet. There are risks with respect to the content that they access on the internet, and even some of our own children, the kind of conduct, how they conduct themselves on the internet also expose both themselves and others to harm. And that is why we've put this session together to ensure that we can share the basic best practices in terms of internet safety practices that we can all adhere to whilst enjoying digitalization. But it's also important to point out a recent statistics by UNICEF and its partners. A study conducted by UNICEF in in about 25 countries reveals that about 82% of children are at risk of being exposed to sexual images on the internet. Ghana is a typical example by which this case study applies. I wish to remind all of you, just a few weeks ago, the National Cybersecurity Center, in collaboration with the CID, conducted an operation in which a kingpin behind one of the notorious websites that hosts such information was arrested. These and many other reports that we received through the National Cybersecurity Center's Computer Emergency Response Team highlight the growing trends that we all need to work together to address. But fortunately, we found partners in addressing some of these challenges, and I want to, on behalf of the Ministry of Communication and particularly the Sector Minister, thank UNICEF for identifying this challenge and been working with us for the past 3 years. This session, I believe, is open to children. They are the center of this discussion, and they are going to be given the opportunity to express themselves with respect to their user experiences, especially the dangers or the risks that they face using the internet. But of course, we also have adults and experts among us who will be able to provide certain recommendation practices. But in all, I think let's also appreciate the fact that the risks that children are facing on the internet is not only a technology problem. There are also social factors as well. And my own example in other countries suggests that once parents take charge of the process, build trust within the family, encourage trust among their children, we will be able to open up to ourselves and help address some of those issues that we all face. Once again, I wish to express our appreciation for making time to join us, either physically here at Accra Digital Center, or if you've also connected through any of our digital channels, we want to thank you. And I believe this is only one part of the conversation. Going forward, as directed by the Sector Minister, we will be having further engagement both in Accra and across the region to ensure that education, awareness on the risks that the children face on the internet circulated and engaged across everything.
Initiative from the Ministry of Education, stakeholders in the child online protection ecosystem, children and young people present, members of the media, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, all protocol observed. It is indeed a great pleasure to represent UNICEF as we celebrate the 2020 National Cybersecurity Awareness Month. And I am particularly today excited because the engagement with children and young people has become a key feature of the National Cybersecurity Awareness Month celebrations. In an increasingly digitized era, and also in the face of COVID-19, where internet is used for several activities, including learning, research, and everyday work, the need to ensure a safe and conducive environment for children has never been so important. I consider today's session on cyber hygienic practices for children very important in times like this because, as I said earlier, we use the internet for several activities. Children use it to access their school sessions these days. We socialize with our friends and family and also do a lot of leisure time activities over the internet. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we know that the internet and mobile technology can provide unparalleled opportunities for children and young people. Within the last decade, there has been a growing patronage of the internet by all segments of society, especially with children. This growth of the number of people who use the internet is as a result of the widespread availability and accessibility of the internet in Ghana. In spite of the many opportunities that the internet offers, the dangers and threats that it can pose mean that many children are at risk of having their basic rights undermined. This is because as more children gain access to the internet, the risks of experiencing violence, abuse, and exploitation has become an unfortunate reality for all of us that we need to confront it. It is for this reason why we find such engagement with children and young people. In a way, we find this engagement very critical because such engagement helps young people and children to achieve their fullest potential because it helps them, it empowers them, and directs them on the best use of technology. While UNICEF is happy with the progress governments and all stakeholders have made towards ensuring the safety and protection of children in the digital space, it is important to highlight the collective responsibility placed on all of us. And when I say all of us, it includes children and young people, to ensure that the digital environment is safe for everyone by being responsible in the way we use the space, by being active in our own protection, and by demonstrating good digital citizenship whilst we are online. UNICEF will continue to support governments and relevant stakeholders to ensure that children are empowered to participate meaningfully in the digital space and also be protected, whether they are online or offline. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to reiterate our appreciation for the exceptional collaboration we have enjoyed with the Ministry of Communication in working and charting this course together, and more importantly, putting children at the forefront in securing Ghana's digital journey. On this note, I wish you a fruitful deliberation. Thank you.
With a round of applause, shall we welcome Enam, the poet, to give us a poem? Enam, we're ready for you.
To a standstill. We all became confused. We couldn't accept this new pandemic. Schools were closed. Church services were postponed. And our movements became like a policeman telling us to freeze. Let me breathe. But the National Cybersecurity Center didn't let go of its duties. The world has gone digital, and Ghana isn't an exception. In this era of COVID-19, our source of learning and doing business has been the internet. We, the young ones, are smart and very creative. And through the internet, we have been able to discover our abilities, and more. Our teachers haven't left us. They keep teaching us online. And parents have been able to know what we do, and they have guided us as well. Even though we hate this new pandemic, we can't deny the fact that it has helped us through education and doing business as well. We have enjoyed enormous benefits from the use of the internet. Nanso, baby onyankopon ebo nampesie no, eho, ena sesabonsam etutu ni kobi. Na enam a ede no, eyana bonyono ebata ho. So, we have to be very vigilant. The National Cyber Security Center is putting measures in place to ensure that the child online protection becomes very firm, so that children won't indulge in cybercrime, they won't be bullied online, and child pornography will be a thing of the past. The National Cyber Security Center is securing our identities and our businesses as well, in the sense that hackers won't have access to vital documents of our businesses. Do not, I repeat, do not give in to threats, blackmails, and fraud alerts. And if the pressure becomes like a torture, do not forget to call the National Cyber Security Center by dialing 292. We say, I echo thank you to the Minister for Communications, Honorable Esla Owusu Ekufo, UNICEF, the National Cyber Security Advisor, and the whole team of the National Cyber Security Center. And just as the President, His Excellency, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, has said, it is his job to protect the citizens of Ghana, and he's determined to do just that. It is the job of the National Cyber Security Center to protect children, individuals, businesses, and government for a safer digital Ghana in this era of COVID-19. And I believe it is determined to do just that. My name is Enam the Poet. Thank you very much.
Another round of applause for Enam. That's a wonderful poem. Good. Shall we have remarks from the Ministry of Gender, Children, and Social Protection?
Good morning. The National Cyber Security Advisor, Dr. Albert Ntribu-Asiakwa, reps from UNICEF, reps from education, stakeholders, members of the media, my children, all protocols duly observed. On behalf of the ministry, I would like to say Ayiko to the team for the good work they are doing. I'm very thankful for the opportunity given to me to be part of this very important event which concerns our children. I am very particular and sensitive when it comes to children, which is why I am privileged to be part of the 2020 National Cyber Security Awareness Month. Children online protection is an important and a delicate issue which causes an alarm for all stakeholders, including government. It is therefore our duty to raise awareness on cybercrime and cybersecurity and teach our young ones the good cyber hygiene protocols. The internet has become an integral part of our everyday lives, which has exposed our innocent children into the hands of perpetrators who take advantage of these children and abuse them online. Sextortion, as a part of cybercrime, has become one of the most recorded crimes in the country as a result of unsupervised use and unhygienic use of the internet by children. I would like to advise my young ones to think before they post, like or share something online, because the internet does not forget. They should also stay smart when using the internet by staying smart. By staying smart, it means they should stay safe by not giving their personal details online. They should not meet up with strangers online. They should not accept files from strangers. They must make sure the information is from a reliable source, and they should always tell a trusted adult if something bothers them online. My dear teachers, parents, religious leaders, and all stakeholders, we must all see to the protection of the interests and the rights of our young ones from perpetrators by assisting them when they are using the internet and lending them our ears when they want to tell us something. And digital literate parents must ensure they build their skills to understand the dangers on the internet so that they can assist them when they are using the internet. Cases of online abuses can be reported by texting or calling 292 to the Ministry of Communication. I would also like to reaffirm the ministry's staunch commitment in supporting the efforts made by the National Cybersecurity Unit to combat cybercrime and other forms of online abuses in the country. Finally, I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate all partners who has made this program successful. Truly, your efforts are highly appreciated. I thank all for your attention, and I hope that the campaign to strengthen Ghana's cybersecurity and raise awareness on cyber crime, especially on children, will go far and become a thing of the past. Let us fight hard until every child is safe from online abuse, where there would be no more cyber crime. God bless you all. Thank you for your attention.
A few more acknowledgements. We have in our midst Miss Ivy Kumi from Ghana Education Service. Shall we welcome her? And we also have in our midst Dr. Gustav Yankson from CID. Next on the agenda, we have a drama display from Wisdom Ways Academy. Shall we welcome them? Wisdom Ways Academy.
Come here, hey, come here, Hanyeding, therefore, I send me the mamo. And I piao for my own car.
In some CC, yeah, I buy through computer, wabe, Yanum in some ordo, and Kohubia Mohin Ebeka, yeah. Ye internet jasamaba inanum ne janum what's BBD Facebook ina Instagram ya wa Snapchat e krubia no madado what's your friend Twitter ye abro feta tibia be inde mesiafa waba what's BBD slave queen ma wa ya ran de what shantan keten sabi obi no trubodai obi no tun kete te da answer no tun obi wa enwuna na ogbefu enufu wa atu egu na nso wa happy krenya na jebidie wa da church ohun enyim what's your friend makeups wo ye makeups wo wia ebi ne mesa bosom ebi ne mesa jata ebi ne mesa saman obi wa ho sen mame wata na nkasa Yeah, social media that's a I say, you want another one? And I want to hear Bobium. Instagram, Snapchat, what's up, hey, yeah, man. If you're order, Moisha, you got Pimpolo, Bossy, Slay Queens, yeah, social media,
Hello? Hello, please, who am I speaking with? Hello, please, the line is not clear.
My name is not necessary at this moment. Only do what I tell you.
Are you joking?
I'm not joking. I have in my custody a half-naked picture of your only daughter, Modern.
What?
You have only 1 hour to send me 50,000 Ghana cedis, or else I'll publish it all over social media platforms.
Like, seriously?
Remember, your integrity is at stake. Let your husband hear. Bye.
Hello? Hello? Jesus Christ! But Modern, how did the naked picture get out there? Modern again. This girl will come and meet me here.
Good afternoon, Mommy, good afternoon.
Modern, did you share a naked picture of yours with anybody?
No, Mom. I didn't share any naked picture.
Jesus Christ, mercy me. Modern, what's this?
Teacher. Mom, it was a youth order in the school. So I chose there, and the guy dared me to take a picture and post like Cardi B.
And you did? Who is even called Cardi B?
Ma, she's an American rapper and actress. Her full name is Carlos Fernandez Almanza.
Hey.
I've been to Ghana before.
So you know all this?
Yes, ma'am. She's all over Facebook, Instagram, all over. Do you know about Cardi B Chichenga?
In this lockdown, will you get out from my sight? These children won't kill me from this house. As for if I die, you guys will bury me.
Modern.
Yes, Dad.
What is this nonsense I'm seeing? Why are you shouting? Honey, look at this.
Ziggy this, ziggy that.
This is your daughter's Facebook name. This number. He called me earlier in the day demanding for 50,000 Ghana cedis, lest he will post a nude picture of Modern.
Let me take a look.
At the wrong side of his mouth. The days of manipulating people with stuff is make sure they arrest him.
And you, are you still standing there? Get inside. You will be duly served your punishment.
And I have done my settings in a way that I decide what I am tagged with or not.
That's good. You will need to teach your sister. And be careful of what you post, because social media will not forgive nor forget your indecency. Don't forget what you post tells a lot about the kind of person you are. Is that clear?
Okay, Dad.
God, get inside. Let me have a word with your dad. Honey, what are we not doing right to protect these children from all this harm on the internet? I'm very concerned.
Are you more concerned than I am? But are we to take the phones away from them?
Neighbor introduced me to an application called Back This will allow us to decide which apps and websites they will visit and when, or even when a friend then send them any such things.
Wow, that's a smart way to keep our children safe online.
As for all, there are many such digital system support we can explore to protect these children.
That's brilliant. But come to think of it, can we really monitor them that much? I mean, these are safety measures, but I think we are missing something important out. Giving them a solid foundation in God's word will always keep them check whether we are with them or not.
Yeah, and we must always intercede for them. We are in evil days, you know.
God help us. We need to have a real look at our parenting skills in this digital age. When was the last time we sat these children down and taught them the effect of pornography, indecent exposure, and more?
I know, right? Ha, they can hear us. Honey, let's go inside. Dear friends, parents, and stakeholders, we must be very careful when using the internet. Internet safety, be smart. Internet safety, be smart. Internet safety, be smart. Letter S, stay safe. Stay safe online by not giving out your personal information, such as house address, phone number, bank account, etc.
Internet safety.
Be smart.
Letter M. Don't meet up. Meeting up with someone you have met only online can be very dangerous. Always check with an adult you trust.
Internet safety.
Be smart.
Letter A. Don't accept. Don't accept files, pictures, messages, and friend requests from strangers. It can cause problems.
Internet safety.
Be smart.
Reliable. Not everything you see online is reliable. You can check with a trusted adult on any content you find from the internet. Internet safety.
Be smart.
Letter T. Tell someone. Tell your parents or caregivers, teachers or trusted adults if someone or something online makes you feel worried or uncomfortable. You can also call the cybersecurity on 292. Thank you.
Dear friends, cousins, parents, and stakeholders, can we all say it together? Internet safety.
Be smart.
Internet safety.
Be smart.
Thank you.
What a wonderful drama and presentation to us. I think that we all learned a thing or two from these children. They're always going to teach us a thing or two. Shall we clap for them one more time? Next, we're going to have a presentation on cyber hygiene. This is by Miss Loratu Musasaka, who is the Child Online Protection Lead at the National Cyber Security Center. Shall we welcome her?
Representatives from Ministry of Gender, Social Protection, Ghana Education Service, Criminal Investigations Department, UNICEF, our most important guest, that's our children and young people, ladies and gentlemen, our friends from the media, welcome once again. And on that be smart note, I just want to take all of us through a few things we need to know in relation to child online protection. It's we can overemphasize the importance of this aspect of cybersecurity because of the people involved. For a nation that has over 13 million of its population being children and having about 57% being under the age of 25, we have no choice but to protect the future, looking at the investments we are making in the nation. The National Cybersecurity Awareness Month is hinged on the digital National Cybersecurity Safer Digital Ghana Agenda, which was launched in 2018 by the Vice President of the Republic. And it's basically to create awareness, build capacity in the various sectors, focusing on children, public, businesses, and the government. For a population of estimated population of 29.15 million, we had 10.11 million being active internet users, with active usage being 35%. 9.28 million are active mobile internet users. That's 32%. Then we have unique mobile users whose activity rate is 67%. What informed all this? In every situation, you need to be sure what the reality of the situation is before you start introducing interventions. So in 2017, the Ministry of Communications, in partnership with UNICEF, conducted a survey on the risk and opportunities to children with respect to the online practices. And interestingly, that was even before COVID. We had as high as 7 out of 10 children using the internet to learn. That's 7 out of 10 children. 70% of the children who participated in that survey were active users of the internet. We're using it for various activities. 4 out of 10 had seen sexual images at least once. That's 40%. 2 out of 10 had seen someone who they had met online face-to-face. That's moving the online engagements to physical engagements. 4 out of 10 said they did not feel safe online based on the experiences they were having. And 3 out of them had also experienced something that upset them. So the interventions being put in place with respect to COP cannot be overemphasized. Just in 2019 September, UNICEF conducted another poll in New York. And 1 in 3 of the young children or young people said they had been victims of online bullying. And we give some of these insights for us to know what the situation is. 1 out of 5 of those young people had skipped school due to cyberbullying and violence online. According to the UN Special Representative of the Secretary General, on violence against children, 34% of the respondents in sub-Saharan Africa said they had been a victim online before. They have been victims of online abuse. But we use the internet for so many things. We use the internet for shopping online. We use it to learn. We use it for research. We use it for social interactions via social media. We use it to stream Facebook Live, Instagram Live, live TV. That also gives us information, that gives us access to interacting with people, among other users. And it's even, the usage is even higher now in the wake of COVID. In 2019, for social media usage, Ghana was ranked 9th globally. We're ranked 9th for social media usage. And at that time, every Ghanaian was spending at least a little over 3 hours online daily. So you can imagine that was before COVID. 2020, this is the situation. What are some of the basic terminologies we come across? And these terminologies may sound off, but they are nothing different from the everyday things that we do and the everyday terminologies that we use. You hear net predator, you hear cybersecurity, you hear online safety, child online abuse, child online protection, profile, netiquette. They may sound off, but they are just terms within the space. They are nothing different from what we do. What is cybersecurity? It's basically protecting our computer systems, our data, and the people who use these tools. Cyber attacks are basically accessing, changing people's information, destroying sensitive information, extorting money from users of these technologies, and interrupting normal business processes like fraud, all the scams that we are faced with. They all come under cyber attacks. And these are the things that cybersecurity seeks to protect us from. Online safety. Just as we, on a daily basis, keep our homes safe, keep our books safe, keep our school bags safe, that's the same way we need to keep ourselves safe when we are online. We need to protect ourselves from the criminals. For lack of a better description, we protect ourselves from physically. We also need to protect ourselves from them when we are online. And by this, we need to make sure that we do not disclose too much information, because it's what you give or what you put out there that will be used against you. If nobody knows anything about you, they can't come and call you or call your parents and be demanding money from them, so they won't put them out. The devices that you use, you also need to make sure you go to places, sites that are safe, you use strong passwords, and you just don't give anybody access to the devices you use. Child online abuse. This is abuse that is unique. When we say it's unique, it's not unique because it's out of the world. It's unique because it doesn't happen face to face. When a child is abused physically, you see who did it, or the child sees who did it and can report. Other people who are looking on will see it. But the unique nature of online child abuse is the faceless nature of it. Because you don't see the face behind it until it comes out and investigators go into the issue. It can occur in many forms: cyberbullying, cyber stalking, cyber grooming, sextortion, sexting. All these things are a form of online abuse. Child online protection is basically putting measures in place and promoting children's protection online. Profile. We hear this every day on every platform that you find yourself. You are requested for a profile. It's basically putting your information out there, your characteristics, your expertise, your professional affiliations, the school you attend, your status, all those things make up your profile. And that's what we call the digital DNA. That's your profile. Your profile is your digital DNA. Netiquette. Just as we talk about etiquette. I don't know if most of us have read Courtesy for Girls and Boys. But all those etiquettes, all those courtesies, all those codes are not just limited to face-to-face interactions. You apply them equally online. And that's netiquette. Proper manners, good behavior. It's nothing different from what you are taught in school every day. If you insult your friend face-to-face, you don't insult them when you're online with them. Online predators. These are adults. I've heard a number of people say some of the complaints or reports that come through the POC. A 14-year-old said he was chatting with another person thinking the person was his colleague or age mates. It turned out that the person was ages older than him. So you have adults sitting behind devices, pretending to be your classmates and interacting with you. They build that relationship with you and use the information you've given them against you, just like you saw in the sketch before this presentation. And usually they are the nicest of friends. There are lots of risks associated with technology usage. I've mentioned cyberbullying. There's fake news. There's sextortion, cybercrime itself, online grooming, sexual predators. Cyberbullying is basically harassment or bullying using electronic means. Bullying is bullying, but this form of bullying is done to you online. And as the statistics emphasized earlier, some people have been out of school because of this aspect of cybercrime. Sextortion. Sextortion is just a combination of two words, sex and extortion. The person uses sexual images of you to extort money from you, just as we saw in the sketch earlier. So it's nothing out of the ordinary. It's the same thing that people do, extort money for people so they won't release their images or their videos or their information by asking for money. Fake news. Putting out information that consists of deliberate disinformation or things that are just not the reality. And this is a crime, though. All these things that I'm mentioning here are crimes. And once you are caught in any of them, you face the law. Who is a cyber criminal? These are hackers, people who break into your systems. They use all kinds of programs, they use the internet, break into your systems, and go about with their illegal activities. So those are cyber criminals. I've mentioned online predators, sexual predators, online grooming. Most of these predators don't just come at you at a go. It takes time. They groom their targets. They groom the person, the young person that they are dealing with. They build a certain level of confidence before they launch their attack. So it's not like they come to you from day one, get in touch with you, and do what they want to do. It takes a long time. They need you to build that trust in them before they do whatever they intend to. Now to the main reason why we are here. Staying safe online. And like I said, you are the most important citizens because you are the future of this nation. So it's imperative on us, very important for you to be protected, especially with COVID and its attending issues. With the time you are spending online now. So these are the things you need to do. Always use a strong password. Once you have your profile somewhere, people know your name. They know the school you've attended. They know your birthday. They know the basic things about you. So if you use those things as your password, these are things that can easily be decoded. So you use password, and preferably, there should be a mix of capital letters, small letters, numbers, symbols, and all that. Don't hesitate to block, report, or delete inappropriate content. That is not negotiable. You don't even have to entertain it. Block, report, or delete. Unfriend offensive people. And that's what we've spoken about, netiquette. Those courtesies need to be practiced online too. So you don't need to entertain offensive people. You unfriend them. Keep your member profile private on social media. Strictly known friends only. You don't give strangers access to your profile. Be mindful of what you share online or post online. You don't share things you know you don't want anybody to see, you're not comfortable with, you know it's wrong to share. You don't hide behind social media or any online platform and share them. It's a no-no. Report respect other people's views. And that still goes to etiquette and all the courtesies and manners we are taught. These are the don'ts. You don't even need to think about them. Don't even contemplate them. Do not share photos, nude photos or videos. It's a no. Don't even think about it. And the other aspect of it is that it's a criminal offense to do so. It's a no. Do not keep sexually provocative videos or photos of yourself. It's not necessary. Today you may think you are still in school, nobody knows you. You've heard the internet doesn't forget. It might come back and hurt you. So don't even entertain these thoughts. Do not accept friend requests from strangers. A stranger is a stranger. Once you don't know them, don't even entertain them. Especially when online activities have that faceless nature. Faceless nature. Do not meet strangers online, offline. You don't need to invite them to your house. Keep it online if you have to. Do not post or respond to hurtful messages. That's cyberbullying. Do not give personal information, and that's what we were speaking about earlier. Your profile needs to be as private as possible. Just as you won't share your toothbrush or you won't share your underwears with anybody, don't share your password or any sensitive information with anybody. Smart. You need to live smart. And just as our friends here depicted, stay safe online. Don't meeting up with someone you have been in touch with online is dangerous, so don't try it. Don't accept files you don't have knowledge of. Messages, pictures, friend requests from strangers, don't accept. It's not everything you see online that's reliable. So always ask an adult you can trust. And always tell trusted adults when you see things you're not comfortable with. But as we talk about all these things, how you have to keep yourself safe online, if anything goes wrong, you still have that avenue to contact the National Cybersecurity Center on these channels. So we have the WhatsApp, which is 050-160-3111. We have the phone number, 292. You use the same number to text if you can call. You can report on our website, www.cybersecurity.gov.gh. You can email us at report@cybersecurity.gov.gh. We also have an app that you can download on Play Store or App Store and report. Aside from that, if there's something that you need information on, you can still use these channels. Never hesitate to report anything you are uncomfortable with. Never. It's better you report and you are told it's not a problem than you wait for it to become a problem before you start running to us. It may be too late for the center to help out. So on this note, thank you once again for being here with us. And I hope we all adhere to this safety protocols. Thank you.
to Mr. Saka. That was a very good presentation and informative, and I'm sure we have all been informed and we have learned a thing or two about how our children are expected to be online. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a short break, just a short health break. Let's take some photographs. There are ushers behind the screen to help us take some photographs, okay? And then let's grab some snacks, after which there's going to be the highlight of this program. Ladies and gentlemen, don't be in a hurry to go home. We're going to have a discussion about some of the risks and opportunities of online access by children. You know that COVID-19 has ensured that our children have to be online. Now they've got the right to be online. It's part of their education. They have to be online, and they have to be working remotely, and etc., etc. It presents an opportunity, but it also has its risks. There's going to be a discussion on that, so don't be in a hurry to go away. Let's take a short break. Let's have some health break and then resume soon. Thank you.
Certain occasions where discussions has led us to get people to help our institution. And as I speak, as a part or a member of the criminal justice sector, we were able to negotiate successfully with the FBI, or let's call the legal attaché of the US Embassy, and YOCO, the Ghana Police Service, were equipped with tools to forensically examine digital devices. And as I speak, they have given us computers, they have given us tools, they have also established a lab for us. If it has not been because of the national cybersecurity collaboration, we wouldn't have come this far.
Our contribution is very significant in the sense that when you look at the different areas that the critical national infrastructure falls in, everyone and every entity for that matter uses personal data for different purposes. For collecting data on travelers or employees or citizens one way or the other, people who are doing the right thing, people who are malicious and trying to do the wrong things. All these categories of individuals have rights under the Data Protection Act to be protected.
The mandate for the FIC and the collaboration between the National Cybersecurity Office is one of very deep collaboration, because we at the FIC see cybersecurity and cyber crime as one of the predicate offenses of money laundering and terrorist financing.
The National Communications Authority has supported the National Cybersecurity Center's efforts, which led to the accession of the Budapest Convention by Ghana.
From GCNet's perspective, we've come in as a public-private partner. We've partnered with the National Cybersecurity Secretariat. First, we sponsored the program because we believe that what the Secretariat is doing actually bodes well for the nation. Now, we have to actually understand that the times in which we are now are dangerous times with a lot of cybersecurity threats. There's a lot of ransoms, there are breaches taking place across the globe, and Ghana is no exception. And so the work of the Secretariat, we believe we need to support, because without that support, no international body will have the confidence to come and implement solutions in Ghana.
Within the last 3.5 years of our establishment as a center, we've achieved some significant milestones, including the following. The launch of the Safer Digital Ghana, which was done by the Vice President in 2018. The launch of the Point of Contact for Incident Reporting, which was launched by the Sector Minister, Honorable Eslo Osuekufu, in 2019. The development of the computer emergency response ecosystem, including a setup at the NCA, but also our engagement with the central bank for the financial sector. The revision of Ghana's national cybersecurity policy and strategy, which has been enhanced to the level of international standard. we've also drafted a cybersecurity bill which seeks to regulate the cybersecurity ecosystem of the country and to further consolidate our gains as far as our cybersecurity development is concerned. But most importantly, we've also signed up to 2 international conventions which we are implementing. These are certain milestones which have also attracted international attention, including the Council of Europe, which has recognized Ghana as a hub for capacity building, ECOWAS Commission, which has then requested Ghana to lead cybersecurity in the sub-region, but also the World Bank, which has further built the confidence in investing in our digital economy. I think we haven't gotten it yet. We're still on a journey, as a matter of fact, but they are critical milestones. The main reason is the fact that we have a strong political commitment to cybersecurity. Take this from me as advisor. I think political commitment has been one of the fundamental successes, determinant that has really brought us this far. But most importantly, I think we've also been privileged to have a champion for cybersecurity in the person of the Minister for Communications, Honorable Esla Ozu, who has persistently led the fight, led the charge towards improving Ghana's cybersecurity readiness. I think we're grateful for the leadership of the country, but also for the technical working group for their support in getting to where we have gotten to. Let's continue and scale up our digital protection.
The technical working group has been divided into subgroups. We have the criminal justice, defense and intelligence, stakeholder engagement sub-working group, and the set that's the computer emergency response team sub-working groups. And all these groups have worked assiduously to see the level that we have in cybersecurity as a nation. And outside this country, Ghana is recognized as one of the leading nations when it comes to cybersecurity.
NCA is the telecommunications sector regulator in Ghana. Telecommunications is one of the critical sectors, according to Ghana's national cybersecurity strategy and policy. Now, in the past, there has only been CERGH that was established in 2014, but following the efforts by government, several sectors, including telecommunications, have set up cybersecurity teams and sets, of which NCA is one.
Being a member of the National Cyber Technical Working Group has been very profitable both to my institution, to the group, and also to the National Cybersecurity Center. In this wise, there have been certain occasions where discussions has led us to get people to help my institution. And as I speak, as a part or a member of the criminal justice sector, we were able to negotiate successfully with the FBI, or let's call the legal attaché of the US Embassy, and YOCO, the Ghana Police Service, were equipped with tools to forensically examine digital devices. And as I speak, they have given us computers, they have given us tools, they have also established a lab for us. If it has not been because of the national cybersecurity collaboration, we wouldn't have come this far.
Our contribution is very significant in the sense that when you look at the different areas that the critical national infrastructure falls in, everyone and every entity for that matter uses personal data for different purposes. For collecting data on travelers or employees or citizens one way or the other, people who are doing the right thing, people who are malicious and trying to do the wrong things. All these categories of individuals have rights under the Data Protection Act to be protected.
The mandate for the FIC and the collaboration between the National Cybersecurity Office is one of very deep collaboration, because we at the FIC see cybersecurity and cyber crime as one of the predicate offenses of money laundering and terrorist financing.
The National Communications Authority has supported the National Cybersecurity Center's efforts, which led to the accession of the Budapest Convention by Ghana.
From GCNet's perspective, we've come in as a public-private partner. We've partnered with the National Cybersecurity Secretariat. First, we sponsored the program because we believe that what the Secretariat is doing actually bodes well for the nation. Now, we have to actually understand that the times in which we are now are dangerous times with a lot of cybersecurity threats. There's a lot of ransoms, there are breaches taking place across the globe, and Ghana is no exception. And so the work of the Secretariat, we believe we need to support, because without that support, no international body will have the confidence to come and implement solutions in Ghana.
Within the last 3.5 years of our establishment as a center, we've achieved some significant milestones part of this country. Once again, I welcome you for this session and enjoy yourself. Thank you. A very good morning, everyone, especially our special guest children for this particular session. It is our privilege to have you here joining us for this particular session. The issue of child online protection is one of the important issues that the Ministry of Communication through the National Cybersecurity Center and our partners have been dealing with within the past 3.5 years. This is because we have a certain vibrant population of the youth, children. And there are all sorts of risks that they are facing whilst using the internet. There are risks with respect to the contact they establish on the internet. There are risks with respect to the content that they access on the internet. And even some of our own children, the kind of conduct, how they conduct themselves on the internet also expose of themselves and others to harm. And that is why we put this session together to ensure that we can share the basic best practices in terms of internet safety practices that we can all adhere to whilst enjoying digitalization. But it's also important to point out a recent statistics by UNICEF and its partners. A study conducted by UNICEF in more than, in about 25 countries, reveals that about 82% of children are at risk of being exposed to sexual images on the internet. Ghana is a typical example by which this case study applies. I wish to remind all of you, just a few weeks ago, the National Cybersecurity Center, in collaboration with the CID, conducted an operation in which a kingpin behind one of the notorious websites that hosts such information was arrested. These and many other reports that we received through the National Cybersecurity Center's Computer Emergency Response Team highlight the growing trends that we all need to work together to address. But fortunately, we found partners in addressing some of these challenges. And I want to, on behalf of the Ministry of Communication, and particularly the Sector Minister, thank UNICEF for identifying this challenge and been working with us for the past 3 years. This session, I believe, is open to children. They are the center of this discussion, and they are going to be given the opportunity to express themselves with respect to their user experiences, especially the dangers or the risks that they face using the internet. But of course, we also have adults and experts among us who will be able to provide certain recommendation practices. But in all, I think let's also appreciate the fact that the risks that children are facing on the internet is not only a technology problem. There are also social factors as well. And my own example in other countries suggests that once parents take charge of the process, build trust within the family, encourage trust among their children, we will be able to open up to ourselves and help address some of those issues that we all face. Once again, I wish to express our appreciation for making time to join us, either physically here at Accra Digital Center, or if you've also connected through any of our digital channels, we want to thank you. And I believe this is only one part of the conversation. Going forward, as directed by the Sector Minister, we will be having further engagement both in Accra and across the region to ensure that education, awareness on the risks that the children face on the internet circulated and engaged across every part of this country. Once again, I welcome you for this session and enjoy yourself. Thank you. The National Cybersecurity Secretariat within the ministry, based on the directive from the President. And subsequently, I was appointed as a National Cybersecurity Advisor. The mandate of this institutional working group is to collaborate at the operational level to ensure that each one of them, by the mandate they have in their respective act, are implemented effectively.
The technical working group has been divided into subgroups. We have the criminal justice, defense and intelligence, stakeholder engagement sub-working group, and the SET, that's the computer emergency response team sub-working group. And all these groups have worked assiduously to see the level that we have in cybersecurity as a nation. And outside this country, Ghana is recognized as one of the leading nations when it comes to cybersecurity.
NCA is the telecommunications sector regulator in Ghana. Telecommunications is one of the critical sectors, according to Ghana's national cybersecurity strategy and policy. Now, in the past, there has only been SEGH that was established in 2014, but following the efforts by government, several sectors, including telecommunications, have set up cybersecurity teams and sets, of which NCA is one.
Being a member of the National Cyber Technical Working Group has been very profitable both to my institution, to the group, and also to the National Cybersecurity Center. In this wise, there have been certain occasions where discussions has led us to get people to help my institution. And as I speak, as a part or a member of the criminal justice sector, we were able to negotiate successfully with the FBI, or let's call it legal attaché of the US Embassy, and YOCO, the Ghana Police Service, were equipped with tools to forensically examine digital devices. And as I speak, they have given us computers, they have given us tools, they have also established a lab for us. If it has not been because of the national cybersecurity collaboration, we wouldn't have come this far.
Our contribution is very significant in the sense that when you look at the different areas that the critical national infrastructure falls in, everyone and every entity for that matter uses personal data for different purposes. For collecting data on travelers or employees or citizens one way or the other, people who are doing the right thing, people who are malicious and trying to do the wrong things. All these categories of individuals have rights under the Data Protection Act to be protected.
The mandate for the FIC and the collaboration between the National Cybersecurity Office is one of very deep collaboration, because we at the FIC see cybersecurity and cyber crime as one of the predicate offenses of money laundering and terrorist financing.
The National Communications Authority has supported the National Cybersecurity Center's efforts, which led to the accession of the Budapest Convention by Ghana.
A number of digitalization initiatives, have taken place. Paperless port and national identification system, national property addressing system, and mobile money interoperability, plus other e-government initiatives that has been implemented by government.
From GCNet's perspective, we've come in as a public-private partner. We've partnered with the National Cybersecurity Secretariat. First, we sponsored the program because we believe that what the Secretariat is doing actually bodes well for the nation. Now, we have to actually understand that the times in which we are now are dangerous times with a lot of cybersecurity threats. There's a lot of ransoms, there are breaches taking place across the globe, and Ghana is no exception. And so the work of the Secretariat, we believe we need to support, because without that support, no international body will have the confidence to come and implement solutions in Ghana.
And I think these are some of the big interventions that we have worked under, once again, the leadership, the champion by the Ministry of Communication, led by the Sector Minister. And I think we need to look forward. Once again, the gains are not, excellent, but I think they are quite strong foundations, especially when we examine what we've achieved compared to our neighbors. Once again, I'm not saying we should compare ourselves to the neighbors here. We're looking at countries like the US, Israel, Singapore, Malaysia. But I think we've made great efforts, and I want to encourage all of us, to work together. Remember, government is only enabler for cybersecurity development, and we as in business, as in...
Ladies and gentlemen, our children, welcome once again to the second session of this program. I would like to acknowledge the presence of a representative from the National Youth Authority. Representing the Chief Executive of the National Youth Authority is Mr. Amoako, Director of IT. Shall we acknowledge him? Sir, you're duly welcome. Shall we have remarks from the Ministry of Education? Shall we welcome Mr. Tony Bafo, representing the Acting Director General of the Department?
Thank you very much. The Chief Director, Ministry of Communications, Directors of the Ministry of Communications and Sister Ministries, Director, National Cybersecurity, National Cybersecurity Center, forum participants, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is a pleasure to address you this morning on the rather important issue of child online protection and related issues. I would like to commend the Ministry of Communications and the National Cybersecurity Center for organizing this important forum as part of this year's National Cybersecurity Awareness Month. Ladies and gentlemen, the rapid growth of the internet and the associated online activities have brought us all joys, convenience, and immense benefits in literally every aspect of our lives, from aviation to domestic shopping. Thankfully, the world is much closer today than it could ever be, because at the click of a button on our computers or even our smartphones, we are able to connect with the rest of the world from the convenience of our homes. As mankind continues to push the frontiers of what is scientifically possible, it is obvious that there is so much more that lies ahead of us. And this can only be a matter of excitement and hope for us all. However, with these joys come rather worrying byproducts, such as child online grooming for sexual exploitation, and a host of others that we must do so much to contain. If our children, our most prized assets of our society and the future of our sustainable development, are to be allowed to enjoy their lives at their most innocent stages. Children are by nature both inquiring and generally naive. And without the guidance to be able to navigate the dangers of the internet, they can easily succumb to its negativity. We therefore must be robust in educating them on this issue. Beyond the formal education structures in our schools, it is important that as part of their instruction, we create the awareness early in their lives to be mindful of friends that they make online. We cannot be complacent on this matter. We must devise means of protecting and educating our children on this matter. What is needed, ladies and gentlemen, Ghana has adopted the United Nations Safe Schools Declaration, and at the Ministry of Education, we are in the process of putting together a safe schools policy, which is being funded by DFID. Issues such as cyberbullying and online child protection are key parts of this policy. In addition, our 2014 ICT policy had clearly become unfit for purpose because it did not address these important issues. With support from the UNESCO and also Ghana Accountability for Learning Outcomes project, we are reviewing our ICT policy in this direction. Again, we are also rolling out our digital literacy project in our schools, which involves training teachers in schools to understand these issues, to be able to educate children accordingly. There is so much more we can do in collaboration to protect our children. And it is my hope and expectation that this event will provide a platform for the sharing of important ideas to facilitate this, for the sake of our children and their future. I thank you for your time and attention.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the last session of this program. And it's going to be a panel discussion discussing the risks and opportunities associated with the usage of internet by our children. Shall we begin the discussions?
So please, I'll call my panelist on. So please, Christabel Etonam, Beta is here, Albert, and then Michael. Okay. So as the MC Riley said, we are going to be looking at the challenges and then the opportunities when it comes to being online. Recently, we had our own DJ switch being attacked. It was a cyber attack. And I must say that I'm very happy that the perpetrator or the predator was really dealt with by the Ghana Police Service. And so this and many things that young people face when they are online. And it's very important that we get to really identify these issues and then find solutions to them. So this panel discussion this afternoon is really going to be talking about that. And I would want my panelists to really do the introduction of themselves. And so where do I start? Who is starting? Michael. Your name and then your school.
I'm Michael Bakwiwa from Wisdom Ways Academy.
I think Michael, we can't hear you. We should take off the, oh, okay. Oh, thank you that was a good, thank you. Michael, yes.
So my name is Michael Ewabafo from the Wisdom Ways Academy School.
Okay. Oh, please, ladies and gentlemen, let's give Michael some round of applause.
I'm Ochina Christabel Etonam from St. Rose's Senior High School.
I'm Albert Bruce from Star of the Sea RCBA School.
And my name is Betha, and I'm Gale. I'm a poet, and I am a teacher as well.
Please, let's give it up for. And today I'm going to be your moderator for today's discussion. My name is Victoria Queno. I thought you would give me some round of applause for giving out that. Thank you so much. So, just for us to start, I would want to ask my panelists, what have we been using the internet for? We all know that COVID-19 is there, and then we had closure of schools, public gathering was banned, and then we were home and all of that. So what have you been up to with the internet? Michael, we want to start.
So we have been using the social media platforms for learning. Example, Zoom. We have also been having WhatsApp chats to learn. Yeah, so that's what we have been using there.
Michael, since the lockdown and then now, that is the only thing you use the internet for?
No.
Oh, so Michael, tell us.
I've been texting, Facebooking, WhatsApping, playing games, downloading the latest apps. So many things. Yeah.
Michael, what is the latest game in town?
It's PUBG Mobile.
Huh?
PUBG Mobile.
So how is that?
It's a survival game. So you are playing with so many people around the world. So you jump from an airplane, then you will land.
So yeah. Michael, when you jump, did you survive or you?
No, like you hurry up and go and get weapons. Then you kill him.
So have you been surviving throughout the game?
Yesterday I won. Yeah.
Okay. That's good, Michael. So we'll move on to Christabel. Christabel, tell us what you've been using the internet for.
I've been using it for online classes and checking trending news.
Christabel, that's all?
Yes, and texting my friends. Keeping, I have to be updated on what is going on, knowing about beefs and stuff.
Great there. Okay, Albert, and then I'll come to Etonam. Yes, Albert.
I've been using the internet for, sometimes our school gives us work through WhatsApp, so sometimes I use the internet for the work. And sometimes I play games, I download games and videos, and I watch them from the internet.
That's all that you do with the internet? Okay. Etona, what about you? Do you also do the studies?
Well, as a poet, I think learning never ends, so I was doing more research. And to improve my grammar, yes, I was learning, and I think I was checking out latest African prints, because I love African prints. And even though I was so much into it, if I saw it, where would I send it to? Because I was, I was being quarantined and I was being at home. So yeah, that was it. And we were actually trying to know what's the new thing. Yes, and the new thing was actually coronavirus. So yes, we were inside like that.
It looks like most my panelists, we're all talking about education. Is it because our teachers or our parents are here and then we want to hide and we not want to bring it out? But back there, some of us mentioned the fact that we use the internet to watch movies, the new songs that are in town and all of that. But looking at all these things that we use the internet for, what would we say the effects are? Let's now look at the positive. What are the positive effects of using the internet, or the internet has on us young people? Yes, Christabel would want to go first.
It keeps us updated. It keeps us, it makes us interact with our friends. We know how they are faring. If you want any information of something, you just go online and check. Then you're okay.
Okay, so that is the positive one to you. Albert, and then Mike will come to you. Albert, what are some of the positive effects the internet has on us?
It has a good positive effect by like searching, like researches, like homeworks. Sometimes our teachers gives us and we don't understand. We can attend to the internet and get the answers.
Albert, we didn't hear the last words.
I said that we can attend to the internet and search for what we want from the internet.
Okay. For researchers, Michael, what about you?
Communication. You can communicate from anywhere at any time with anybody from any place. You can researching online is very nice because if you are searching for one thing, you can get so many answers from that one thing you have searched. Yeah, so that's very nice.
Okay.
I think it got us informed because with the new pandemic, we didn't actually have an idea of what it was all about. Assuming we were not using the internet or we didn't have access to the internet, how would this coronavirus information get to all of us? So it was through the internet that we were able to know that corona has actually brought it traveling back to Ghana, and it was visiting like almost everybody one by one. We got to know the increase of the cases. Yes, so that was it actually got informed.
Okay, so it looks like with every positive side, there's going to be the negative, and are we ready to talk about the negative side when it comes to the internet or young people and children being online? Who would want to go first? Yes, Christopher.
Addiction. Young people tend to get addicted to their phones a lot because they want to be updated so that when your friends are talking, they can also talk, and they want to say. So they always stay glued to their phones and watch out on WhatsApp, Instagram, Twitter, everywhere, so that they can also talk. Yes.
Christopher, with you personally in the house, when you're addicted and mommy calls you to come and do something, how is the reaction like?
It's annoying.
When you're addicted to your phone and then you would have to go and do something else?
Yes, sometimes it's like I'm in a discussion. Yeah, like we have this WhatsApp group, I pass back, then maybe I'm discussing something. Then my mommy comes and she calls me. When I come back, there are lots of messages I can't read, and I'm angry.
So you want to finish up before you go, and even with assignments?
Yes. You tend to shift your assignment somewhere, but then by the time you realize time is past, and you don't have time to do that one too.
Okay. Michael, what are some of the negatives when it comes to using the internet?
Like cyberbullying. Maybe you did something bad. Or maybe like you made a mistake or something, you failed or something, then your friends might take a video of that and post it. And your other friends might see it and it's bullying. It's not nice.
When they start laughing at you?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's not nice.
But do you laugh at people?
Me too, I laugh at people.
So why do you get offended when people start making fun of you?
It's not nice,
Yes, go on.
Yeah. And then falling for scams. Yeah. There's this one time that I wanted to download a song. And then I clicked on one of the websites to download it. And then and then I got this I don't know, message or something was coming. 15, 14, it was a countdown. It said, we are going to post pornographic images on your Facebook account, so please put in your Google password. And I just rebooted my phone. Yeah. So that is one thing that I have experienced that is not good on the internet.
But how did you feel when you saw that?
I was afraid. I was scared. Yeah.
Okay. Yes, better.
I think in this era or in this generation, we have this get-rich-quick syndrome that is running through most of the youth's vein. And I think it's very bad because you see your friend in a flashy car, you also want to, get money in a very unpleasant way. And that's how we have scammers, frauding people to make money, just to impress their, fellow friends. Yes. So that's.
So aside that, the fact that you see a lot of people, wanting to get rich and all of that, to you personally, what do you think the risks the internet poses to you?
Well, for me, I think, like I said, as a poet, there are some words that sometimes pop up. You think, oh, this English there, but when you go and then you find, the meaning of it, it's very unpleasant. And I think there are a whole lot of things we have to look at.
Aside the fact that you go looking for words, what other negative effect the internet has on you?
I think there was one time that I was on Facebook, and a lady friend just texted me. Hi, I was like, hello. And she was like, oh, I'm learning online, so I'll send you a link. The moment you go through that link, I'll get a point, and then I'll pass my mark. She was a lady friend, girls. And we are in the era where you don't support your friend doing something. It's like, oh, you are bad, and you are this, and you are that. And I thought, okay, fine. So she sent the link, and then I didn't actually do my research, which is very bad. And then I just tapped on the link. Before I realized, my account has been hacked. And for crying out loud, I'm a poet. Like, most of my works are out there. So it hurt me. It really did. That it took, I think, a month to psych myself that it's all part of life. So I had to create a new account, and then I had to start from scratch, which was very, very hard for me.
Okay.
But it was all good.
Yeah. So we'll even come. You want to add something before? Yes. Albert.
There was a day I was trying to download an app for the internet, and when I was trying to download it, they told me I don't know whether it's a malware or what, and they wrote ADH, like the ads, like they will tell you to allow or block. So when they kept that, I didn't know what was that. So it was sending some women and those things. So
you were sending some words.
Some women pictures and some bad stuff. So I clicked on block. So when I blocked it, then all those images got out from my laptop.
But how did you feel seeing that at that moment?
It was bad.
We will come to what you would have done, aside the fact that you block it, but what would you have done to prevent such instances from happening to children? Anyone would want to add on to the effect before we move on? Okay, so now let's look at the things we've talked about, the challenges, the risks, and all of that. How do we think that we can address such issues when we normally see them and come across, so that every child gets to enjoy safe internet? Who would want to start? Christabel, what do you think in your own way, based on your challenges you spoke about, what can be done to address them?
Okay, so our parents can monitor us. Like, they should monitor us always. When they see that we are getting addicted to our phones, they can seize it for a while to teach us a lesson, and they'll give it to us. So, like, they'll make a timetable for us, maybe from 2 p.m. to 4. You're allowed to use the internet. From 4 to 6, you're going to learn, and that is it. And I think that can help too.
So you'll be happy if mommy sees your phone for some time?
Yes, maybe.
Okay, what other thing do you think can be done to address the situation?
You yourself, you can try to abstain from getting addicted to your phone. You can watch TV, educative programs and stuff.
Okay. Yes, Michael.
I think our parents should have all our passwords. Like, my mom has all my passwords, so she can just go into my account and see what I am doing. Yeah, and on Google, I think there's something called a search filter also. Yeah, so we can filter those buttons that might pop up when we make a search. Yeah, so if we search something that might be related to something bad, it might not pop up. Yeah, it will be filtered out.
Okay.
Yeah.
What other thing do you think can be done to address the situation?
And there are also apps Like I know one app, block site. Yeah, you can use to block apps and sites. Yes, you can block an app from 12 to maybe 5. So from 6, you can use the app. When the 12 hits, it's blocked. Yeah, so those apps too can help us. Yeah.
But what would you do personally to ensure that you are safe online?
I will not search bad things, and then I will practice the strong passwords. Yeah, I'll practice to use strong passwords so that someone might not be able to hack me or something like that.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Better.
I think what I would do will delete or block, such websites. And when somebody tries to send me nude or pornographic stuff, I'll delete. First of all, I'll delete the picture and I'll block the person as well. Yes, that's what I'll do.
What should parents do who are listening to us and watching? What should they do to ensure that we are safe online?
All right, so what parents have to do would be getting to know what their children do online from time to time. And if they should see that their children are into pornographic stuff, they should guide them. Oh, you shouldn't have done it this way. You should have these. There are some other educative things that you can watch. There's not all of our parents have an idea of what the internet is about. So with that, I think for me personally, sometimes when I'm on my phone, my mom can just unexpectedly come and sit beside me and then she try to peep. Yes. So maybe once in a while, they should give us that kind of fight. If you are doing that bad thing, you get caught and all. But beating us won't do any good. So they should just try to talk to us. Children like being talked to in a calm way and they'll do the right thing. The moment you start beating the child, forget it. They'll be an
Okay. Christabel, to you, what do you think our parents, Albert, what do you think our parents can do to ensure that when we are online, we are safe?
They should watch us when sometimes we are using our phones and our laptops so that we can't go on bad sites.
Okay, so do you think we'll have our parents every time with us, to be monitoring and then seeing what we would have to do online and all of that?
So what I think is that sometimes they have to seize our phones for some time.
Hey, this season there, we'll highlight it so that when they go home, they'll start doing it with us. Yes. What else again?
I think they have to put a password on. Like they have to use their own password in case we want to open it and then we can't open it. So then they will use their own password
to open for you.
Yes,
for on the phone.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So this one there, I don't know, but we will still look at that. But aside the fact that we are looking at what our parents should do, what we can also do, let's look at what the government can also do to ensure that children are safe online. Yes.
What the government should do, I think the National Cybersecurity Center is actually putting measures in place for, child pornography to be a thing of the past. And I would be glad if it would be done. Because if it's being blocked, children won't have access to it. Maybe the moment they type pornographic, stuff, then the answer will be like, hey, you're a child, go and learn. That one, I think, would be good where, they will all be blocked. So that children are very curious. We want to know everything, but our culture frowns on it. And I think if the government does that, blocking such websites for children to actually learn, yes, it will be a good one.
I'm just looking at, trying to open an app and then you seeing that small thing, hey, you're a child, go and learn. Like, how children would have to, go and learn. It would be funny, but I think it will also work for us as children. Michael.
I stand by what she said. Like, the government should, simply block all those things from your from the internet, not from the internet, but like if I'm setting a Google account and I put my age, it should know that, yeah, this guy is underage, so we are just blocking all those bad things from his account, so he will not be able to access it. That's what I think the government should do.
Okay, same as Enam's point, like blocking children underage from seeing those stuff will be better.
Okay.
And creating more educative programs on TV. Yes.
How do you think the educative program should be like?
Okay, like High School Musical, those movies, those type of movies and stuff. And sometimes, like spelling bee, like the NN circle that is going on right now. It's to encourage us to watch. So maybe one day some of us will try to be there.
Okay.
And stuff like that.
Okay. And now that we are also home and we are doing home learning, for some of us, how should it be so that some of us will not be just like doing things, negative things online and on TV? How the program should be?
Okay. For me, I think one-on-one classes is better than the online one, because definitely you're still going to leave the Zoom class and go somewhere else. So if the teacher comes to your house, come and teach, that one maybe you have 2 periods, 2 hours of learning, 2 hours of like undistraction or something. You will learn, you will not do anything. So I think one-on-one classes is better than the online one.
Okay. Albert, you want to add on to what government can do before we fully wrap up? Yeah.
I think the government should block like all the bad sites and like the bad
and leave the
sites.
positive ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I'm saying, the negative side.
Yeah, go on.
I think the government should like, block the sites, like bad sites that are not on age, like for the JHS levels and the primary and those.
Okay. Yes.
It's like our focus is just being on pornographic stuff. But then I think that aside blocking it, it should actually block, I don't know if there would be a way to be done, how to, I don't know if there's a way, but I think certain things like how to extort money from people should also, I don't know if there's a way, it should just be blocked. It's not only pornographic stuff, how to extort money from people, how to call people to threaten them and all of those things must be stopped as well. Yes, so that's.
Okay, so it looks like we are trying to wrap up, but before that, before we are off from this seat, what do you think going out? You are now a safe internet ambassador and all of that, talking to other young people and all of that. What is your final word? What would you say can be done, or what would you do as a young person?
So as a young person, I think, first of all, we have to believe in ourselves. We are very smart. We are very creative. And one negative aspect of using the internet is cyberbullying, where you post something, somebody will insult you or say something bad. And I think we have to believe in ourselves. We have to know that we are the future leaders. Our parents taking care of us is an investment. And I don't think any parents would like to invest in something that its outcome would be very bad. So them spending a whole lot on us for us to become better people is simply the best. So we should believe in ourselves. We are the future leaders. The government or the Ghana is looking up to we, the young ones. So yes, we have to believe in ourselves and do what is right.
So believe in yourself and do what is right, and that is from Beta. Michael.
For me, I will take my time online, what I do, like I will not visit an unknown website like I did and had a problem, yeah. So that's what I'll do. I'll take my time. I'll listen to advice from adults and know how to use the internet, where to go, where not to go, yeah. like how we are having this program, we are learning from it. Yeah, I'll listen to more of this, know what to do, so I might not have problems in the future. Yes.
Okay, Christabel.
Okay, I think creating a schedule for yourself is okay. So, like, you have to follow that schedule. Maybe you wake up 6 in the morning, you do your house chores, 12 to 3, you watch TV, 3 to 4, you press your phone small, then you learn for the evening, and that's it for the day. And you must, like, put in all to follow that schedule for yourself so that it can help you getting addicted to the internet.
So putting up a schedule and then being disciplined
Yes.
so as not to be, okay. Great. Albert, what do you have for us?
I want to advise my friends to put, like, help not to, to stop using the phone. Like, you have to study small.
Albert, we want to hear you.
Like, you have to study small and use the phone small. So I'm advising.
So small.
Yes, please.
So study small and use your phone small. Okay. And how would we control that so that it doesn't affect our academics as students and also, children?
So sometimes, as we are going to school, let's say if a teacher gives us a work on, we have a platform. Like a teacher will give us work on it. So if we want to use it, then we'll use it after that.
Then you put it off. So when you have assignments, when we have homeworks and then researches we are supposed to do, we will use the internet, and then when we are done, we can go off the internet. So let's look at the positive aspect of the internet and then use it wisely. Before we go, I would want to also stress on the fact that we need to stay smart online, and just to re-emphasize that we need to stay safe online by not giving out our personal information to people we don't know. Also, not meeting up with someone we have not, seen before. We might probably be in touch with them online. We shouldn't even accept files, messages, pictures, and friend requests from strangers. Please, they might be friends of your friends. That doesn't guarantee that they are your friends, because you might not know the terms and then the conditions they accepted their friend request. So please, if you do not know anyone, please do not accept their friend request. It's very, very important. And if you want to also accept, it will be good you do a background check of the person. Go to the person's profile. View what the person has been posting. Is this something that you really want to, be associated with? Some people might be drinking, some people might be smoking, and all of those things online. And then is it something, ask yourself, is it something I would want to be associated with? If no, please do not accept their friend request. And also, it's not everything online or everything we see online that is reliable. First and foremost, we need to check again before we share. Sometimes you see a lot of things like share to 10 people or else you will die. There's the fear low, you start sharing. You might not even know what the message, you take your time to read what the content and all these things. So please, let's be mindful of the things we share. It will be good we verify before we share. And also tell a trusted adult, parent or teacher if someone or something makes you feel uncomfortable. So we can also report when we see these things online. If someone threatens us and we feel, no, this one day you can't take it. You shouldn't even take it in the first place. You should report to your parents or anyone you feel that can help so that the person is being dealt with, because now on social media, people make a lot of comments and then they think they can just go away with it because they are on social media. Let's prove and then change that narrative and make sure that things or people who make us feel very uncomfortable on social media are dealt with. So thank you so much. I want to say thank you to my panelists, Albert, Christabel, Michael, and then Berta, for helping us to do this great discussion. I thought you would give some round of applause to them for being amazing here on the panel, for sharing your experiences. And I hope that my colleagues we have learned, and then our parents to have listened to our pleas, and then will help us in a very small way to make sure that we are safe online. I have been your moderator for today's discussion. My name is Victoria Queno. So thank you so much for doing the listening. And
Ladies and gentlemen, all too soon, we've come to the end of this session. We've come to the end of the program for today. We thank you for coming. We thank government agencies and also ministries who have represented. We thank the National Cybersecurity Center for putting on a very good program for today. We thank you all. We thank you for those streaming. We thank you for those present. Thank you very much. Thank you for the schools that presented, and thank you for the drama that presented as well. We've had a wonderful time today, and I thank you. My name is Frederick Maffo. I'm the Critical Infrastructure Lead, Infrastructure Protection Lead at the National Cybersecurity Center, and I've been your MC. Thank you.
Yeah.